I've been coming to events and conventions here at the NEC for years, and over the years I think I've stayed in just about every hotel they have on the complex, which means when I tell you that one's the best one, I mean that is the best one. Let's go and have a look around the Genting, or Genting, I'm not entirely sure, hotel that is part of Resorts World. The bit over here at the back of the NEC, on top of the casino and the little shopping centre, which is definitely the best hotel on the NEC complex, certainly if you're here for a convention like I am. And this is why this hotel really does take some beating. I've just come out of an event in the NEC, Insomnia 70. For those of you wondering, there'll be a video out on that in a couple of days, so make sure you subscribe for that. But you come out of the NEC and right in front of you, I mean, you can see the Moxy Hotel, which is ever so slightly nearer, but just the other side of that, you have Resorts World. Now, the Moxy is great. I've stayed at the Moxy in London. I've not actually stayed at this one, but I know as a hotel chain, they are great, but they don't have the one massive advantage that the Genting Hotel has, and that is that it's part of Resorts World, and Resorts World is awesome. And not just because it has the Bear Grylls Adventure right next door to it. That's the NEC just there. That's the Moxy behind me there. So then we just pan around. The visitor car parks are way back over there. You have to get a shuttle bus to get back to them unless you want like a 10-minute walk. But you've got the Bear Grylls Adventure there. The Resorts World Arena is just there. That's the place where they do like concerts. There's been wrestling in there before. And then you've got this nice little lake. And then the other side of the lake, you have the Resorts World complex, which in addition to the hotel, which we'll have a little nose around in a second, you also have a casino, loads of restaurants. There's a cinema in there. There's like a shopping centre in there with loads of places to go and get your bits and bobs. And it has its own car park, which for some events is actually cheaper than parking out in the main big parking area, for a car park that's more secure because it's underground and is much closer because, I mean, as you can see, it's right here. You've also got Birmingham Airport just the other side of the arena as well, where you can just see a plane taking off now. So it's probably not the most convenient hotel for if you are flying. There's a couple of hotels that I've stayed in before that are a little bit nearer to the airport, but certainly nicer than those ones. I mean, it's got a beach, for goodness sake. Considering this is right in the middle of the NEC complex, certainly the nicest, calmest, most pleasant area on the whole site. As hotels go, you'd struggle to get better positioned than right on the edge of this lake. Because I'm a nerd, I have just timed as well. It takes 8 minutes to get from the show hall, not the NEC itself, actually on the show floor in the hall, to the entrance to the hotel complex. 8 minutes, that's nothing. The Premier Inn over the other side of the NEC setup, probably looking at like a 25-minute walk from over here, and that's up and down stairs, through car parks with no footpaths. Location-wise, definitely takes some beating. So when you come in, we've got a bunch of restaurants down here on this bottom floor. There's Pizza Express, there's a TGI Fridays down there. And then over in this corner, we've got Gourmet Burger Kitchen. And then I think at the end here on this bottom floor is Nando's. And then up the escalator to where the actual entrance to the hotel is. And we have a steakhouse. And then where I think I'm gonna have my dinner tonight, Las Iguanas is over there. And you can see there's more food places up on that top floor with the cinema. We'll go and have a look at those in a minute. But this is actually the way into the hotel itself. So if you're coming in on foot from the NEC, wander in this way, the hotel reception is just there. However, if you're coming in by car, then you start down here in the underground secure car park. It costs £15 a night to park in here, which does seem like a lot for hotel parking. However, there have been times where I've paid £18 for 1 day of parking in the main NEC car park, and this is £15. That will cover me for the weekend. It is actually only £5 in the NEC car park today, so I've overpaid a little bit, but we're underground, it's nice and secure. We've got lovely little pot plants down here. My car is literally like 2 rows back in here, and then you come through this door, all nice and automatic, so really easy if you've got your luggage. And then these elevators take you back up to the reception level, or take you straight up to the rooms. I've already checked in, I'm on level 3. We're gonna go and have a look at the room. So you come out of those lifts and we're halfway up that Resorts World complex now. You can see we're looking out on a little roof area. It's all nice and secure up here, just like it is down in the parking. You need your key card to get through this door. And I'm in 319. Which is around here a little bit. So we're basically circling around that little outdoor courtyard that we could just see when we came out of the lift. So here we are, room 319. Let's have a little look around. I have already dumped my bag down there. It doesn't come with a free backpack, unfortunately, but it is a lovely size room. Have a little look around at that nice big double bed, desk situation over there, complete with coffee machine, Nespresso coffee machine, and a little selection of Nespresso coffee pods as well. Comfortable looking chair as well, which is very handy because I have thrown my back out earlier on, which is why I'm now stood hunched like that, which is really good fun for making this video. Remote control and decent sized TV, somewhere to pop my bag. Another little seating area over there. So we've got a nice little selection of places to hang out in this room. We've obviously got the bed, we've got the desk, there's the little seating area as well. This is just a normal standard room in this hotel. We haven't got anything super fancy. It looks out over this little rooftop area. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to get out onto that little rooftop. That would be quite cool if there was a little balcony deal. We've got Art Vegas, maybe? Or Birmingham? One of the two. They're both very, very similar. And then we've got this little tea making station. So in addition to the coffee and the coffee pods over there, we've got nice little selection of biscuits and Viennese whirls, some shortbread rings, kettle, decent sized kettle, glasses. What have we got here? Some proper hot chocolate, some instant coffee as well. So if I drink all the coffee pods, we've got some instant down here. I think we have a fridge which has some milk and some water in, which I think is all included in the room rate. Looking for a safe, but maybe there's no safe, but we have, oh, there's the safe. So in the wardrobe, can we get some light on in here? It's very dark in this corner. Light switches. There we go. So in here, we've got the safe, we've got an ironing board, hairdryer, iron, and plenty of places to hang clothes. And then in here, air conditioning as well, which is always appreciated. It is starting to get warm now. And then we have the bathroom, which has the toilet, a really good size shower with the nice waterfall shower thing and the extra bit as well. And then mirror. Is this a light up mirror? Oh, cool. Try not to smash it. It's one of those that zooms in. And then a nice little selection of complimentary bits and bobs: shampoo, conditioner, body lotion, body wash, cleansing bar, which I imagine is soap, and then shower caps, loads of towels everywhere as well. All in all, it's an enormous room, very nicely set up. Where are those Viennese whirls? Need to give them a good home, make a coffee, sit in this chair, and try and let my back recover. We got anything in these drawers? We haven't. Phone as well. Oh, very nice. Well, I'm going to have a coffee and a biscuit. So I'm not sure what flavour of these I want. I guess it doesn't really matter. Has this got water in? Nope. Oh, very civilised. Yes, this room does cost a little bit more than staying in the Premier Inn over the other side of the complex, but you have the advantage of it being literally right on top of the event, which I'll show you in a little bit, show you just how close we are to everything that's going on. And plus, things like this. These are extras that I'd have to go and pay for. I mean, you're looking at £3 or £4 for a decent coffee within the convention. I've got 4 of them there. So that's like a £15 saving. I'm also saving money on the parking. I think it's a good value upgrade staying here as opposed to some of the other hotels on the complex. Good biscuit. So another awesome thing about the hotel being right inside the building that Resorts World is in is that you can come straight out of the hotel lift, and just like you can go straight out of the hotel lift into the car park, you also come straight out into Resort World. So that was that floor I was on before where Las Iguanas is, and the floor below is where the other restaurants are. So up here we have an arcade. I do like an arcade. We've also got the cinema, and we have the entrance to the casino, where I would say it's fairly unlikely I'm going to be going into the casino. They do have a sports bar in there though, where when the football is on, you can watch the football in there, which is pretty cool. So there's the cinema. There's a Vietnamese street kitchen here as well. And then we can go up one more floor. I don't even know what's up this floor. I've been here a few times before and I don't ever remember coming all the way up to this top bit, so no idea what's going to be up here other than maybe a view. I think this is another way to hook back into the hotel again. There's a conference venue up here, and through there is the next floor up in the hotel and more access to those lifts, so we can get to the rooftop bar, which I've been to before. And also there's a restaurant right up on the roof, so you've got the conference venue all in there, which is cool. And then over this side we have the spa, which is available for people who use the hotel, presumably for other guests as well. But you can go in there, get a massage, all your other usual spa things. They also have one of these work booths, which, in fact, they've got a couple of these. I've seen these around a few places. They're completely silenced, so you go in them. I think you have to pay to get into them, but you go in them and they're completely soundproof, which is pretty cool if you are here wanting to get some work done. So there's the spa, which is probably closed for the day now. Leisure club. Another little recap there of all the different places you can eat in this building. And then we'll head back round to the escalators again. There's actually a pretty good view from up here of the entire resort. So I think that's that's a Hilton over there, which I have stayed at once before. It's pretty dated. I wasn't that impressed when I stayed at the Hilton. And over here, we've got the lake. That's where I was earlier. There's the NEC and the Moxy. And you can just see in the distance the train station, and the other side of that is the airport. So back down at reception level of the hotel, down there, there's a bowling alley, there's escape rooms, there's virtual reality stuff down there. And then just through here, so again, still no more than a few yards away from that hotel reception, and then it becomes a shopping centre that kind of goes all the way down there, loops around. It's all closed, or most of it's closed. That one's still open, but a lot of this is closed because it is 6:15 in the evening now. I'm in here post-convention, but there's a surprising number of the shops that are still open actually, and there's quite a lot of choice in here. Quite a lot of shops, certainly more than you would expect to get in a standard hotel. And some of these outlet stores as well. I can see that there's a Next store up ahead, which is an outlet store, and a few other bits and bobs like that as well. Hallmark outlet store there. I'm not going to take you in the shops, you get the idea. Lindt chocolate shop. And all of this is nicely within that same building that the hotel is in. Not sure what Miss Macaroon is, but it looks delicious as a potential breakfast option. And then we end up through here. There's a Nike factory store there, Levi's, Skechers, and then a couple more shops up there, and we're done. So it's not like a massive shopping centre, but like I say, lots more than you'd expect in a normal hotel. Gives you something to do in the evening and the opportunity to replace any bits that you may have forgotten to bring with you as well. Of course, the other really great thing about being in a hotel where everything is all under one roof, including the restaurants, like this one, is that if you're anything like me, and at the end of a convention day, you've used up all your socialising for the day. I went out for dinner with some people at lunchtime. I've been streaming. I've been out and about meeting people in the convention. I am done. It's only 6:20, but I am done. I can just go on Deliveroo. There's so many restaurant options to choose from that are in this building that I can just then get my food from. So I've got myself, hopefully, some cutlery. Well, that's the slight disadvantage. I've got to eat my chicken Caesar salad with a teaspoon, I guess, but better than going and sitting in a restaurant. Big thumbs up for that salad. Was delicious. Now enjoying another one of these complimentary Nespressos. Whilst doing a little bit of price research to try and get some context on the value for money. So this room has cost me £200 for the night. That's £200 during a convention. If you're not familiar with convention pricing for hotels at places like the NEC or near to the XL in London or wherever you might be, they do hike the prices up for these events. So take £200 for a pinch of salt. I'm sure if you came here when there's not a convention on, it would be a lot cheaper, but ultimately, why would you come here if there wasn't a convention on? It's at the NEC. I guess any kind of event that's going to be on, they're going to put the prices up. So it's £200 for the room. To compare that to the last time I stayed at a Premier Inn here, I've just had a look through my previous bookings. The last time I stayed at the Premier Inn here on site at the NEC, it was £115 for the night. So it is quite a lot more to stay here, but you do get access to that secure car park, which can be a little bit cheaper than staying in the main car park. The Premier Inn does have a car park of its own as well. It's a similar kind of price. So parking price is not much different, but the parking location is certainly much better here and more secure here. I feel quite comfortable putting my bag full of all my camera gear, my computer, all that kind of stuff in the back of my car when I head back into the convention in the morning, because it's in a secure, locked underground car park. So that's a big bonus, not having to rely on leaving it in the hotel lobby and then having to walk all the way back to the hotel, and it's a hassle. The other hassle is the fact that the Premier Inn, if we're using that as our direct comparison, is way over the other side of the complex. Like I said earlier, it's a good 20-25 minute walk from where I am here, whereas this is an 8-minute walk. I timed it, and you've got all of this stuff right here on your doorstep. The shops the restaurants, the entertainment, things like the cinema, the bowling alley, the arcade. If you're over there over the other side of the complex, there is nothing to do. It literally, in the evenings, it is a case of, and you'll have seen this in some of my older vlogs when we've been here for stuff like Comic-Cons, EGX, Insomnia in the past. It is very much a case of heading all the way over to this side of the complex and either coming here to Resort World, where I already am in this hotel, or getting on a train and heading into Birmingham city centre. The train is right nearby where I am as well. The airport is right nearby as well. Location-wise, far superior. And this is just a step up in quality over the Premier Inn as well. Obviously, Premier Inns are great. They are fine. I'll be staying in a Premier Inn again in a couple of weeks' time before we fly to Tenerife. I've got nothing against Premier Inn, but this, I think, is worth the extra 70 or 80 pounds, wherever it is to you. That's why I make the video, so you can have a look at what you get for your money and decide whether you want to pay that little bit extra for the superior service, the fact you've got an espresso and a fridge and all that stuff on site, and the better parking and the convenience of it being right next. For me, it's worth it. I'm 40 years old. I don't like to walk a lot. I don't mind paying a little bit extra for a few extra home comforts. I imagine 5 years ago, I never would have dreamt of this. And I think those are the two options here at the NEC. There are other places like the Moxy, like the Hilton. There's, I think it's an Ibis over near the airport. There's a Holiday Inn Express as well. I think there's a lot of hotels on this complex, and they all range somewhere in between the two. I think the Hilton is actually a little bit more than here, which I absolutely wouldn't pay. The Moxy is a little less, but doesn't have all the Resorts World stuff. And then the other ones are somewhere in between. I think really you go here or you go Premier Inn is your cheap option. For me, I think I'm going to keep coming here. I've come here the last couple of times. I really like it. The beds are comfortable. The rooms are nicely air conditioned. There's decent Wi-Fi and all the other benefits that I've talked about up until this point. So I'm very happy. I'm now going to get this video edited whilst enjoying my complimentary Nespresso. And then as it starts to get a little bit darker, I might go and have a wander down to the casino. I am absolutely not going to go. I'm far too afraid to go to a casino. But it's an option, and an option that I didn't have when I used to say stay over in the Premier Inn. If you want my convention video, the reason I'm actually here, Insomnia 70, that's going to be out on the channel in just a couple of days. And then a few days after that, we finally get started with the videos from Switzerland as well. So lots more travel content to come. If you like this kind of video, let me know down in the comments. I know it's a little bit different from stuff I've done before. We've stayed in a lot of hotels and done a lot of hotel room tours as part of vlogs before. I've never really done it as a standalone video in the past. I figured doing it like this makes it a bit more searchable, but if you'd rather I just mushed it all together on one big super video with the convention stuff as well, let me know. We are very much figuring things out as we go with this change in direction on the channel, and there's going to be a lot of experimental stuff just like this video. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a nice big thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments down below how you would have improved it, what you want to see next, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.